Hello everyone, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with our daily message for Tuesday the 26th of March 2019. We are using the Astrology Answers Master Tarot deck. And I thought today we would do a little bit of astrology. Now, I'm no astrologer, so I've looked this up. I've gone to a great website. I think it's cafeastrology.com. So much detail there, but the reason I'm bringing this up is because so many of you are asking about what's going on in the cosmos, what's happening in the astrology. So I know that a lot of this has to do with everything that we have been experiencing in the Mercury retrograde. I really do feel as though a lot of energy has been stirred up, churned up, so that we can take another pass at it and lovingly embrace what shows up, have compassion and kindness for it. These are the key words here. But ultimately what we're doing is setting ourselves free from energies that no longer serve us. I know a lot of people talk about that, like, oh, just let it go, it doesn't serve you anymore. But the process of letting something go that you've been habituated to can be a little bit complex, which is why I am using the words kindness, compassion, love, appreciation, because we need that sort of energy, those sorts of energies in our foundation to let anything go. So, all right. I have also put for you at the end of the video for Monday, I'll probably link it again today. It's a link to an astrologer, Gregory Scott. I like his work. So it's a weekly forecast for what's in the cosmos. But for today, for our Tuesday, March 26th, we have Venus moving into Pisces. This is a very sweet energy. Venus and Pisces actually do go well together. Pisces can be self-sacrificing, so that's an energy to watch for. My guides say people pleaser alert. So Pisces is also a tender, affectionate sign as well. So Venus there fits beautifully. What else do we have going on here? The moon is going to spend the whole day in Sagittarius, and it's going to align with Jupiter in the evening. Jupiter's the lucky planet. Sagittarius is very gregarious, a visionary, hopeful, adventurous, fun. So these are beautiful energies for us. Venus and the moon in Sagittarius. What a combo. But Venus in Pisces, so tender, affectionate. And I also feel like an amplification of all the good things that Pisces has to bring to the table. So amplified intuition, whatever your intuitive gifts are in Pisces, that will be amplified. Pay attention to that. And just celebrate you being you. You're loving you. Bring your loving you. All right, let's get into the reading. Card from the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. Ooh. This card, this is one tarot card that I have had challenge getting to know and know well in tarot. And there are two prominent things that I feel on this card. The first being, this is stability within the finances. So, there's likely an expansion in your financial or abundance sector. So money can be coming in, and there's a desire as that money comes in to hang on to it. So the feeling is put some of it in savings and then take care of some other things that you feel responsible for. Meaning, like if you could make a double payment on your car payment or mortgage, do that. Bring it down. Make it work for you by doing something like that. So balance is key when it comes to using your finances wisely. Don't overspend. Make sure you save, and where you can make your money work for you, do that. The other thing that I feel on this card, if you look at the position of this character, He's got one foot on a pentacle. Well, he's got both feet on pentacles. He's holding one in front of his heart, and he's got one in his crown as well. So money's on his mind and money's in his heart. This is a desire to maintain a stable foundation. This can also show an insecurity toward being able to provide a stable foundation for oneself, or if we find ourselves in a provider role, being able to meet the needs of those we are responsible for, you know, our children, partners, spouses in some way. Now there's another, I know I said there are two aspects to this. Let's move into another one. There is a level of protection on this card, and there is a small caution here not to be an emotional miser. So consider that. Are you withholding yourself from your own self? We must look to our relationship to self first, primary. So are we being fair? Are we being equitable with our own selves? Are we giving from our overflow, or have we given too much and now we're in this holding pattern where we don't want to give it all because we gave too much? Or where my guides are saying there can be a fear of being taken advantage of, or my guides are also saying that experiences of the past within relationship where you've been a giver and been taken advantage of, these are things that could be rising for you in the now, and you feel a sense of caution for not allowing that to happen again. And my guides are adding to this and reminding you that you are not the same person, and the people you are dealing with today are not those people. Those scenarios have been looked at very deeply within our spiritual journey work. And the final message I feel on this card is trust yourself. Trust yourself. Not just the journey, but trust you and your ability to choose wisely from an open heart space. Ooh, boy, that was loaded. That was a nice little bit of channeling there with the guides. I love it. Okay, first card, new beginning, fresh start with the Fool. This is 2 days in a row with the Fool. So there is adventure available to us here. And that's fantastic. We could use some, don't you think? The Fool is the energy of Uranus and air. There's innocence in this card too. And the Fool is looking right at the 4. So there is innocence here, meaning that the people you are connected to, dealing with today, they are not the jaded or manipulative people that you've come up against in your past and learned really hard lessons with. So embrace the freedom, embrace the innocence here, and maybe consider whether or not you are protecting yourself too hard. Okay, but with the Fool, we have adventure, the beginning of a journey. There is some risk in it, but there's risk in all adventure. And this is being the dreamer and identifying how you want to move forward in a successful way while still embracing your independent, free spirit with the Fool. This is a card of optimism and being fully present in the moment in your heart space. It's kind of a tall order on the Fool, especially if you're feeling some tendency toward being an emotional miser at this time out of a sense of self-protection, because the retrograde has stirred up memories of the past, and in that stirring of those memories, there's a desire to not repeat that BS. And this is where the message of trusting yourself comes in. You have to trust yourself that you will not do that. You will not do that. And also there's a level of trust to extend to the people who stand before you today in their beautiful innocence, never considering being at all like the people you've had harsh or hard experiences with in your past. So, compassion. Here it is again. Compassion, non-judgment, kindness, appreciation. I do feel here that there's a lot of room for joy in the day, which will be soothing to the soul. I feel a playfulness here as well, and I feel an ease and a relaxation coming from the Fool card toward this 4. So the 4 in all of its beautiful stability and balance and harmony, you know, it does highlight where we are dug in. And the Fool is here to inspire digging ourselves out. Next card. Ooh, Ace of Swords. What a beauty. A divine and cosmic gift of brilliant clarity. And I really feel that many of us are right there on a precipice with aha moments, epiphanies. I've had a couple of epiphanies my own self through the weekend, just from recent life experiences and some, we'll say, less than favorable encounters. Yeah, it required some real inner work and you know, taking a look at my own self-protection and where can I set that free. So this Ace of Swords is wonderful, and I'm sharing that because so many of you have shared similar stories of encounters that appear less than favorable, but they end up being the biggest gift because they bring a clarity that was previously not there. So the Ace of Swords, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, it's air energy, of course, but it's success. So we've got success in 3 cards right here. It's beautiful. There is victory in this card, and as you know, all aces transform the challenging energies of the cards nearby. So even though you may find the emotional miser and a sense of almost aggressive self-protection on this 4 over here, this ace is going to cut away what really is not serving. So it will allow for some of this beautiful astrology we have with Venus and Pisces to come in and inspire the sense of play and joy and adventure in a much more liberated way. There's also fresh ideas with the Ace of Swords. You know, your fertile mind is stimulated, your intellect, your intelligence, as well as your intuition. Again, from the astrology, they are amped up today. It's an auspicious card for all aspects of our lives when we see that Ace of Swords. There can also be an immediate change to circumstances. So while we might have been wallowing in some kind of energy over here on this 4 that has driven ourselves into some kind of protection, we may have a sudden change to our way of being. And it could be coming from the Fool here with that sense of adventure, fun, and play, as well as the astrology. So there's an assertive energy with that ace too, and it's great. This card also brings around the golden rule. You know, treat other people the way you desire to be treated. Obstacles, overcoming obstacles. I feel that on this Ace of Swords too. Let's take a look at the next card. We have yet another ace, Ace of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay, so there is really some good financial stuff going on here. That Ace of Pentacles could be a windfall for some of you, or I feel if you were waiting on payment for something, that gets paid in full. Beautiful. Maybe for some of you it's your tax return coming in. And yeah, which you may decide you want to divvy up in a way that you put some in savings and then put some to work for you in some way. But Ace of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's earth energy here. You also know 4 months now we've seen this message at least once weekly, but more than that. At the very least, once a week, we're getting the message of crossing this threshold to a new realm of experience. Definitely, we are doing that. So there's prosperity. There are beginnings. So we have 3 beginnings cards right here. And success, that's 4 success cards as well. What do my guides want to say? This ace brings happiness, contentment. This ace is also about maximizing our potential. I really do feel that we're coming out of something. I'm looking at this this character on the 4, and he's wearing this black cloak. And I feel like we're coming out of some kind of cloaked energy with our own selves. This Ace of Swords brings an epiphany or a revelation within the day, and we're able to take this cloak off. So these aces are really working for us, gifting us, blessing us, and this is the universe answering us. So, all right, let's move on to Q&A. This is your opportunity to ask a question. So you do that. I'm going to use the fortune reading cards for our answer cards. They've been working really nicely for us. So put your question out there. What is it you most want to know? And what are the highest and greatest cards for our answers today? Okay. That's too many. Okay. All right, our first card, we get Angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. Yeah, you don't need to hide underneath a cloak. Your angels have your back, baby. Indeed they do. I love that. Next card. Wow, we're seeing Dragonfly a lot lately. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. This is really sweet. You know, this is the universe having your back. So we're being offered this angel message that our angels are there and present for us, watching over us. And Dragonfly has shown up at least 3 times in the past week, letting us know that there's a lot to be grateful for in the renewal and connection to our relationship to self and the universe at large. Sweet. Next card. Okay, different. Very different. We haven't gotten owl before. What a beauty, huh? There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. And definitely we are in a period of transition. Mercury is going to go direct on Thursday. So we are feeling the pull. This is why so many of you are asking what's going on in the cosmos. So we're starting to feel that pull. I was listening to another reader on YouTube just this morning, and she mentioned how, do you remember those cars when you were a kid that you'd pull them backward and then let them go and they'd go racing off? We're in that backward pull. We're gaining some momentum, but it looks like it's happening in reverse. And then we're about to, pull that trigger and fly free. Oh my gosh, won't that feel so good? I know Mercury retrograde is going to have a bit of an overlap as it makes its way out. So there could be a few days past the 28th where we're still feeling it, but it's going to get increasingly better as the week unfolds and then beyond. So hang in there, folks. All right, last card. It's going to come from Notes from the Universe, our affirmation for the day. Okay. We have convince yourself, not others. The need to clarify, explain, or justify oneself in personal relationships is always self-serving. What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need, because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. Hi-ho, the universe. Yes, this is all about doing the inner work. Taking care of, maintaining relationship to self, And there is no need to explain yourself. In a very recent conversation with someone who I consider to be extremely wise, she offers the most valuable information. She shared with me how we do try to protect ourselves from the shame we feel for healing what requires healing on our journey. And so there is this desire to protect oneself from feeling as if we were less than or not good enough because these circumstances really challenged us. And then there's this sense of guilt or shame around your own healing work. So ask yourself this. If there is someone that you feel you want to explain yourself to, maybe ask why. Do they really need to know that? Or are you feeling shame for your own process and want to put yourself in a better light with that person? Is that serving your ego? Consider it. Because the journey is you embracing the wholeness of your soul. And that never needs an explanation with someone else. And it's certainly nothing to be ashamed of. We all have healing work to do. And it will take a variety of forms. And it will pull us in a variety of directions. But there's no need to explain it. Certainly talk about it. Share your truth. But do it in a sense of divine pride for having undertaken the lesson at all. Okay, everyone. Blessings. Have a beautiful Tuesday, my favorite day of the week. Do like, share, subscribe here on the channel. It's so appreciated. And welcome new subscribers. And thank you, continued subscribers. Thank you for your comments. If you would like your own session, description box. You can find me there and all the details you need to book a session. Bye for now, everyone.